Everyone, as promised, this week's showcase is the Charming Blaze. So this is an axe with the effect that on its third hit, you have a 45% chance to proc a claw or scratch, and it's very similar to the Mutineer, except the Mutineer happens on kill. What's unique about this effect is that it can do a perma stun if you continue to pull those monsters in. Like for example, right there, see how I pulled them in a black hole, and then I pulled them in again with the effect of the axe. So there's a chance for you to pull off a perma stun as long as you get the axe to proc its effect. Even though it says 45, it seems like it happens more often than that, because the third hit of the axe is actually multiple hits and not necessarily one hit. So that's why on the third hit, there's actually a higher chance of procting the effect than just what it seems. So it's not necessarily 45. There's a string of attacks that go along with that. As you can see, I'm procting it almost every time I hit that third hit. Now, bear in mind that we'll be getting a bunch of changes next week. So I will be doing an update on all the weapons and the sets that will be affected by this, by the changes, either it be a nerf or a buff. I will redo my old videos and continue on with the new videos featuring the changes. As you can see, as I'm talking, you just saw I did the perma stun again. What we know so far is that they're saying that they will be reducing the dazzling hook's stun duration. So it could be anything from 2 seconds to 1 second. Right now it's 3 seconds, which is a healthy amount of time for you to run around and get to a safe point or to continue that stun. Another thing they said is that instead of they might add a chance of stun versus a guaranteed stun. So that may be affected too. So what you're seeing here moving forward may not be it may be an indirect nerf to this axe as well. And I decided to use the meteor as a spot to showcase this axe. As you can see, it's easy for the monsters. And bear in mind, the axe that I'm using right now, I have only ascended it once, so it's very weak. But most of my damage is coming from the rest of my items. That's giving me that buff. Okay, see, there we go, black hole. And then I use the axe and I pull them in again. And then as the other effect that I'm using here is the captain effect, which is also getting a nerf. As we know, the meteor will not shoot out 9, but it will shoot out only 7 moving forward. One thing I have to note is that even though the 2-piece meteor, the skill meteor, is getting affected, the full captain set is not getting affected. Okay, so the effect where I did the video before and you saw me doing the showcase of the full captain set, where it does the cannon blast, that skill is not getting affected by the nerf. It will still proc 7 times and still hit full damage per hit. And technically, the full captain set is getting a buff because they're reducing the cooldown on meteor. So when you equip meteor manually, you can proc it off even more often. And as we know, the full captain effect is very strong because it hits for 7 hits, full damage each time. So moving forward, the full captain set is definitely better than the just a 2-piece. I thought, see right there, I died because I thought I used the protection, but apparently I didn't. I could have gone much longer than that with the perma stun. Okay, so let's go. I'll just show you the stats on the axe itself. and then I'll update you guys next week. Okay, see the critical down, critical chance. As you can see, I only ascended it once. All right, so next week I will be switching it up. We'll be doing a new, following up on the new changes, and I'll start with the items that are affected most by the change.